In the hush of this midnight hour, as the world outside fades into shadow, I speak to you not as a judge, but as a voice from the depths of your own unspoken truths. You've felt it, haven't you? That subtle pull, that quiet unraveling at the edges of your soul, when you surrender just a little too much in the name of love. It's not anger that drives these words, far from it. It's the urgent call to awaken, to reclaim the fire within, before it dims, under illusions we once called connection. Now we dissect the heart of the modern man, layer by layer, exposing the spiritual evolution unfolding in silence. Men aren't fleeing relationships out of fear or failure. They're stepping into solitude as a deliberate act of sovereignty. This is your invitation to see clearly, to embrace the power of walking away, not from women, but from the chains that bind your spirit. Stay with me. By the end, you'll feel the weight lift, and the path ahead will burn bright with purpose. Imagine this. A man stands at the edge of a vast ocean, waves crashing with relentless force. He could dive in, letting the currents pull him under, twisting him into shapes he never chose. Or he could turn inward, finding the still center where the storm can't touch him. This is the choice facing every man today, a choice not born of bitterness, but of profound self-awareness. The script you've encountered whispers of this shift, a deliberate recalibration where men with discipline, self-respect, and an unyielding inner life opt for solitude over the emotional entanglements that demand too high a price. But let's go deeper, peeling back the layers to reveal the raw essence of this evolution. It's not about rejecting love, it's about redefining it on your terms, ensuring it amplifies your strength rather than eroding it. In the modern world, relationships have morphed into intricate webs of expectation, where the simple act of being present morphs into a perpetual negotiation. Men observe this quietly, without fanfare. They notice how a moment of introspection is misread as detachment, how ambition is reframed as neglect, how silence, once a space for reflection, becomes a battlefield of unspoken accusations. This isn't a complaint. It's an observation of reality. The cost? A gradual surrender of your frame, that self-determined structure of values and instincts that defines you as a man. Weakness here isn't frailty of body or wallet. It's the spiritual capitulation where you prioritize her approval over your purpose, bending your will to fit a mold that suffocates your vitality. True strength lies in mastering what is within your control, your thoughts, your actions, your responses. When you chase external validation, you hand over the reins of your inner world. Strong men are reclaiming those reins, recognizing that solitude isn't emptiness. It's the forge where your spirit is tempered. This as a return, a homecoming, to clarity and decisiveness. In solitude, you rediscover the mornings unburdened by dread, evenings free from exhaustive dialogues that drain rather than nourish. Your days shift from managing phantom conflicts to tackling real challenges that build your legacy. But why now? Why this quiet revolution among men who could easily attract companionship? It's because the modern landscape demands a trade, your autonomy for fleeting harmony. Love, in its truest form, should be a mirror reflecting your best self back at you, not a distorting lens that warps your essence. Yet too often, connection becomes a subtle erosion, where you're expected to absorb storms not of your making, to validate fears that aren't yours, to stabilize a foundation while your own crumbles unnoticed. This isn't about blaming the feminine. Women navigate their own complexities in a world that often amplifies insecurity and expectation. This is about you, the man, taking radical self-responsibility. You alone guard your peace. You alone decide when the exchange no longer serves your growth. Picture a warrior in ancient times, trained to face external foes, only to find the real battle within. That's you, modern man, wrestling not with swords, but with the illusions of romantic idealism. We've been sold a dream. That partnership completes us. That solitude equates to failure. But pierce through that veil, and you'll see the truth. Solitude is the ultimate act of self-love, the space where you cultivate unshakable confidence. You are not separate from life's flow. You're an expression of it. When relationships pull you from your natural rhythm, you lose that flow. Solitude restores it, allowing you to move with purpose, unhindered by the need to constantly adjust. The modern man often enters relationships from a place of unconscious seeking validation, excitement, or escape from his own depths. But true connection demands two sovereign beings, each rooted in their own strength. When one leans too heavily, the structure tilts. Men sense this imbalance early. They feel the subtle shift, where their presence becomes a crutch rather than a complement. Weakness creeps in here. The emotional surrender where you mute your instincts to avoid conflict, where you soften your edges to prevent discomfort. It's a slow poison, brother, one that dims your inner fire until you're a shadow of the man you could be. Endure what you must, but never compromise your virtue. In relational dynamics, virtue means holding your frame, your unapologetic alignment with purpose. Walking away isn't defeat, it's discipline. It says, I value my peace too much to trade it for illusion. And in that choice lies spiritual evolution, from reactive participant to deliberate architect of your life. The script calls this recalibration sanity. I call it awakening. You emerge sharper, more intuitive, with a confidence born not of arrogance but of self-mastery. Now delve into what love truly means for a man in this era. It's not the Hollywood script of endless passion and rescue. That's the illusion that keeps you chained. Real love is mutual amplification, two flames burning brighter together, without one consuming the other. With modern women, who often carry their own burdens of societal pressure and evolving roles, connection can be profound if built on equality. But when it devolves into emotional dependency, where you're cast as the eternal stabilizer, it ceases to be love and becomes obligation. Men discern this. He offers his strength freely, but never at the cost of his soul. Have you ever caught yourself apologizing for thoughts unspoken, explaining ambitions as if they were threats? That's the surrender, the abandonment of your instincts for approval. It feels safe in the moment, but it hollows you out. Radical self-responsibility demands you confront this. Why do you stay in dynamics that require constant justification? The answer often lies in fear. Fear of loneliness, of judgment, of the unknown. But solitude shatters that fear. In its embrace you find that alone isn't lonely, it's liberating. You breathe deeper, think clearer, create with unbridled energy. The script paints solitude as a sanctuary, a mirror revealing hidden truths. Strengthen that. In the quiet you uncover how tension masqueraded as passion, how chaos posed as depth. You see the patterns, the way you confused intensity for intimacy, the way you traded peace for proximity. This isn't regret, it's revelation. Men don't dwell in blame. They learn, adapt, evolve. They recognize that women's emotional worlds are rich and valid, but not theirs to manage indefinitely. Discipline means setting boundaries, walking away when the cost outweighs the gain. Embrace the discipline that forges legends. Weakness is the man who lingers in mediocrity, surrendering his frame for scraps of affection. Strength is the one who chooses solitude, building an inner fortress impervious to external storms. This is your spiritual path, evolving from boyish neediness to masculine sovereignty. Happiness depends on your own efforts, not on others' whims. Cultivate that inner garden. Let no one trample it. Consider life as a river. Relationships can be dams, blocking your flow, forcing you into stagnant pools. Solitude removes the barriers, letting you rush forward with power. In this flow, confidence blooms, not the superficial swagger, but the deep-rooted assurance of a man aligned with his values. You interact with women from abundance, not scarcity. If connection arises, it's genuine, free from desperation. But the ability to walk away? That's your ultimate power. It ensures you never settle, never surrender. Philosophically, this evolution questions the essence of connection. In a world of digital distractions and superficial bonds, what does it mean to truly connect? For a man, it's sharing purpose, not just emotions. It's vulnerability without victimhood, strength without suppression. Modern women, empowered and complex, seek partners who match their fire. But if the dynamic demands you dim yours, it's not connection, it's compromise. Strong men opt out, preserving their light for pursuits that ignite the soul. Return to the man who dreams without distraction, who acts without apology. In solitude, creativity resurfaces, ambition reignites. You've lost so much without noticing, mental space occupied by turbulence, energy siphoned into endless reassurances. Reclaim it. Admit where you've weakened, where you've prioritized her peace over yours. Then with discipline, rebuild. The clock ticks, brother. How many years will you waste in relational fog? Awaken now. The spiritual evolution demands action. Cultivate discipline in all things, especially with women. Approach them with respect, but hold your frame. If it falters, walk. This isn't cold. It's wise. Love, redefined, is the space where two wholes meet, not halves clinging. As solitude deepens, paradoxes unfold. You feel more connected to life. Friendships sharpen, work thrives, simple joys amplify. Solitude doesn't isolate. It integrates you with existence. By detaching from what's beyond control, you gain freedom. No longer bracing for emotional audits, you live fully in the now. I've walked this path, felt the pull, the surrender, the awakening. It's not easy, but it's essential. Embrace solitude as your ally, the crucible of your strength. In it, love transforms, from needy grasp to open allowance. The layered case culminates, confidence from self-validation, strength from boundaries, responsibility from owning your path, discipline from choosing wisely. Against weakness, the surrender that betrays your spirit. With women, engage authentically, but always retain the power to depart. That's masculine freedom. In closing, brother, heed this. Your value is inherent, not earned through relational endurance. Solitude reveals it. Protect it fiercely. The modern man evolves not by conquering others, but by mastering himself. Walk away when needed. Stand firm in your truth. The world awaits your unleashed potential. Awaken. Now.